You're staring at a wall of sneakers. One side is the swoosh. The other is three stripes. Same aisle, different religion. Nike sells the feeling that effort is identity. Just do it is not a slogan. It is a personality transplant. Adidas sells heritage you can wear. Football pitches, track spikes, and a German engineering vibe that still photographs like sport royalty. For decades, they have fought over athletes, culture, and the right to look like winning. Not with factories alone, with stories attached to feet. Here is the take. This is not only a shoe war. It is a war over who gets to brand the body in motion. I want to walk you through how a track coach startup from Oregon and a German sports dynasty turns sneakers into geopolitics of cool. Adidas begins in Herzogenaurach with the Dassler brothers making athletic shoes. Sport is the product. Craft is the pride. Football becomes Adidas cathedral. Boots on winners turn a workshop brand into a global signal. Three stripes become shorthand. You do not need to read the name. Your eye already knows the team. Nike starts later as Blue Ribbon Sports, importing Japanese runners, then building shoes with a coach's obsession about the foot strike. The waffle sole is folklore for a reason. Innovation as mythology. A garage story Americans love to buy. The swoosh costs almost nothing to design and eventually becomes one of the most expensive symbols on earth. The jogging boom expands the battlefield from stadiums to sidewalks. Suddenly everyone is a potential athlete customer. 1984. Michael Jordan signs with Nike. Basketball stops being a league and becomes a lifestyle operating system. Jordan is not an endorsement. He is a content engine. Every dunk is an ad that cannot be skipped. Just do it lands and Nike stops selling shoes. It sells permission. That is a different margin profile. Adidas doubles down on football and global federations. If the pitch is the planet, three stripes won the grass. Track and field keeps Adidas credible with purists. Heritage is a shield when fashion trends get noisy. Through the 80s and 90s, Nike's cultural lead in the US grows. Adidas remains dangerous everywhere football is religion. Nike builds temples. Nike down, athlete houses, spectacle retail. The store is a commercial and a pilgrimage. Adidas answers with originals and street collaborations. Heritage rebranded as cool for people who never play 90 minutes. The war goes loud. TV spots, tournament sponsorships, and bidding wars for athletes who can move boxes by existing. Nike's playbook is concentration. Fewer, bigger stars. Make the face so large the logo feels inevitable. Adidas spreads across squads and codes. Depth over a single deity. Different risk, different bet. Then hype culture arrives. Limited drops. Resale premiums. Shoes become tickers with laces. Nike rides scarcity like a pro. Dunks and collaborations turn inventory into status rationing. Adidas bets big on Yeezy. For a while it looks like genius. Culture capture at scale, waiting lists as marketing. Behind the ads, global supply chains, labor controversies, and the quiet fact that both brands outsource the making while owning the meaning. In America, campus and street culture become as valuable as pro leagues. The battlefield keeps moving under their feet. When a Yeezy partnership implodes, Adidas eats inventory and brand damage. A culture bet can reverse into a write-down overnight. Clearance racks are the opposite of hype. Scarcity dies when you have to move product at any price. Nike pushes direct-to-consumer harder. Apps, membership, less wholesale. Control the relationship, keep the margin. Performance R&D stays a Nike flex. Carbon plates, racing tech, and the claim that science wears a swoosh. Adidas has its own tech moments. Boost foam, football silos, a reset towards sport after the fashion hangover. On many scoreboards, Nike still leads global athletic footwear mindshare. Adidas is not dead. It is fighting from a different formation. If winning means cultural default in sneakers and American sport fashion, Nike has the clearer claim. If winning means owning football's visual language and European sport heritage, Adidas never left the pitch. Same lesson as Coke and Pepsi. Who won depends on the metric. Revenue, cool, category, geography. Pick one and the answer moves. Nike won the broad American imagination of athletic aspiration. That is a durable asset even when quarterly growth hiccups. Adidas keeps rediscovering cool through samba cycles and football drops. Survival looks like reinvention on a schedule. And neither company owns the future alone. On, Hoka, New Balance, and fashion hybrids keep stealing oxygen. Sneakers became culture artifacts. Nike and Adidas did not just sell footwear. They trained the world to treat shoes like identity cards. Nike's lasting weapon is narrative discipline, effort as brand. Hard to copy without sounding like a parody. Adidas' lasting weapon is archive depth, decades of silhouettes waiting for the next revival cycle. The lesson: In category wars, product matters, but the brand that owns the story of winning compounds forever. So who really won? If you're holding a shoe box right now, you already voted, and the war continues at the next drop. That is the punchline of modern rivalries. The consumer feels like a fan, and the P&L feels like a league standings table. Team swoosh or three stripes? Which one owned your childhood? And which rivalry should we break down next?